Hello friends, so in this video we're going to be looking at limits, and suppose we are told to evaluate different types of limits. There are different methods we can use to evaluate these limits. The first method is your direct substitution method. We are told to evaluate limits as x approaches 2. So this is the form you will see your question. A limit as x approaching 2 of 2x raised to power 3 plus 3. Right? So you apply the direct substitution method. What you simply do, since they told you that your x is approaching 2, right? So what you do now, wherever you see x in this equation, you substitute 2. So this will give us this will be equal to, we are going to have 2. So since I have x raised to power 3, I'm going to plug in 2 there. That will be 2 raised to power 3 plus 3. 2 raised to power 3 plus 3. So this will give me 2 raised to power 3 there gives me 8. So I'm going to have 2 times 8 plus 3. Obviously, you know we're going to do multiplication first, following the rules of BODMAS. So 2 times 8 gives us 16 plus 3, and 16 plus 3 would be 19. So here's another question. You are told to evaluate limits as x approaches 2 of 5x plus 2 all over x plus 1. So we can plug that in directly now, because we're doing direct substitution method. So wherever I see x, I will substitute 2. So this gives me 5. I have x there, so I write 2 plus 2 all over 2 plus 1. So 5 times 2 here gives me 10 plus 2, and at denominator 2 plus 1 gives me 3. So 10 plus 2 at the numerator would be 12 all over 3. And if you play with this little calculation, you're going to have 4. Now pause the video and attempt to solve this question. So because of time, I will solve it. So you pause the video, then when you are done, check if your answer is correct. So here we are told that x is approaching 1. So wherever we see x, we plug in 1. So we have 3 into 1 square plus 2 into 1 minus 5. So everything there, if 1 square will still give me 1, then 2 times 1 will still give me 2. So when I even multiply 3 times 1 there will still give me 3. So I can go ahead to write 3 plus 2 minus 5. 3 plus 2 minus 5. So 3 plus 2 gives me 5 minus 5. That will give me 0. So our final answer here is 0. So here is another method of solving limits. You have a question on the board. You have limit as x approaches 3 of x squared minus 9 all over x minus 3. Now if we should apply direct substitution method here, what would happen now is this. If I apply direct substitution here, I'm going to have 3 squared minus 9 all over 3 minus 3, right? So this gives me 9 minus 9 all over 0, and in the aftermath I'm going to have 0 over 0. But according to the rules of limit, we do not ever want our denominator to give us 0. So we have to apply a method that will prevent your denominator from being 0. I repeat, do not ever allow your denominator to be 0. So let's apply our factorization methods to prevent that from happening. So in order to factorize this now, we have x squared minus 9, and I can choose to rewrite this as x squared minus 3 square all over x minus 3. So 9 can be rewritten as 3 square. So this gives us a difference of 2 square at the numerator, and to solve difference of 2 square we just simply have to open them in different brackets and change the sign. So what we do here is x minus 3 into x plus 3. So this is how you can solve the, when you have 2 squares and a minus sign in between them, this is how you can open up the bracket. So this will be x minus 3 and x plus 3 all over x minus 3. Notice now that this bracket is the same thing with this here, right? So they can cancel out themselves. So this now, this bracket cancels these brackets, right? So you are left with x plus 3, and since we are told that our x is approaching 3, it's going to give us 3 plus 3, 6. So here's another question now, and we have if we substitute 3 directly into this denominator, we're going to have 3 minus 3, and that will give us 0. So we're going to factorize the numerator, and if we should factorize the numerator now, you can simply use your calculator to do that, or to use or check our previous videos for method of factorization. You're going to have the numerator will give you x now plus 2 and x minus 3. That's the factorization of our numerator. At the denominator now we have x minus 3. Just like we had it in the previous video, this would cancel this now, right? And in the end, we're going to have x plus 2, right? So since wherever we see x, we're going to put 3, because our limit is as s approaches 3. This will give us 3 plus 2 equal to 5. There you have it, folks. That's how you solve limits. More on this in our next video. Stay tuned and don't forget to subscribe.